Hey guys, this video that you're about to watch is an interview done for my blog. The blog is ajrestlessfeet.wordpress.com and it is run by me and my friend Annie, who's based in Taiwan. The series is called Person of Interest, where each of us interview people that we find interesting and feel like other people can learn from them. Part of the interview is done in video format, which is what you're about to watch, and the rest is on the blog in written form. We held part of the interview at a restaurant and there was a lot of background noise and it was just too difficult to hear, so I just transcribed it. So watch this video and then check out the rest of the interview at the blog. I will put a link in the description box below. Enjoy. So, I just want to introduce this lovely lady next to me. Her name is FLORCY. We met last year. I think last time, this time, a year ago. Yeah. And it was actually at an event. I want to say she was the only person who I felt I had a genuine small talk with. She is an awesome boss lady, and I wanted to introduce her to you guys.
I will take that. I don't always feel like a boss, at least not now in this, my third career, starting my third career, but thank you for welcoming me as your boss lady.
I think
as a boss lady.
I think the ability to rebirth and find yourself so many times, that is a skill in itself, and I want to be able to have that skill.
I agree. I think we're in an age where you never get into a role and you don't have to be in that role forever. And I think once you embrace the ambiguity of knowing what you want to do forever, I think it puts you in a space to be exploratory and explorative, I should say, of different roles and functions and industries that you want to explore. Yeah, I am on my third career. I started psychology and biology. I was supposed to be a doctor. Went into social work, realized that I didn't want to serve my community in that capacity. I quickly went on to doing art buying, traveling, finding myself. That's a job in itself. Yeah. And then I landed on this idea that I wanted to open up an art gallery, so I was an art gallery owner. Yeah. And then I started to see that the opportunity for the art world was daunting and would be limiting and challenging. And so I circled back, went back to school, and here I am with Dell Technologies. Number three. We were briefly talking about, like, she was asking me about the blog, and you mentioned something about, like, self-identifying. You can identify yourself however you want to be. Recently, I've had an idea where I want a business card for myself, not attached to any company, but for myself. What do you think about that? I think, okay, first of all, a business card is boss, just your name and your number, right? It's like it. Yeah. Like, if you want to email, great. That's just another layer of communications, right? So that's fine. I think you should do it. A business card could be also limiting if you try to put a title, right? Because the whole idea is that today, Juliet maybe want to be the blogger. Yeah. Tomorrow, she may want to be the sous chef, Juliet, right? Yeah. And then there's another day you maybe want to be the workout fitness. So is there a name is there a title that can encompass that? I usually think no. But in terms of self-identifying, I think that is something that's really important, because I think that there are a lot of times that we feel like there's this, there's two things. One, let's start here. I opened my gallery with no business degree, no arts degree. This is a passion to say, I want to sell and educate people about art. I didn't get caught up on it had to be a gallery. It was a Viva Art collection. I didn't have to get caught up on that I was not a curator or that I wasn't academic trained. I just did it. Yeah. And I think that we're now in a world where you can just try it and do it. There's less limitations around being who you want to be. But I also believe that we can redefine what that means to us. Yeah. So for me, as an art gallery owner, I was an art gallery owner. I was also a curator. I did a lot of marketing and media. I served in multiple functions, including the accountant, the dishwasher, the wine pourer, whatever it took to make my business successful. But I think that it's no more of these limitations of you have to do something in a traditional step-by-step. We're now in an age where you can create your own success, your own validity. School doesn't define your success any longer. You know, a job doesn't define with the recession. Money doesn't define your success or who you are. So I do truly believe that you can self-identify, you can own it, you can be it. Yeah. We're now where there are a lot of people that feel like, I forget the exact terminology, where they feel like they're faking it. Imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome. And so I think that is the opposite, right, of trying to self-identify, where you feel like you're you look at things from a tangent, and the other side of that is imposter syndrome. But I think we're also in an age too, right, where you do something enough, you build your credibility, you build your name, you build your own confidence. And I also believe that if you're not doing a good job, people are going to tune out, not listen to you, not allow you to continue to just claim this thing if you're not able to be able to succeed at it. So within self-identifying, I said I wanted to go into the technology field with not as a technologist, right? But finding a role in a space for me within that. And I thank God I don't feel an imposter syndrome because I'm also confident in my competence and what I want to do. But that is the only bad side of self-identifying, is that once you get there, will you be confident enough to stay there and be successful in that space? Do you still have the creativity to keep pushing through and innovating and coming up with other opportunities and growing the pie and growing the space? That's it. So, who is FLORCY? That's the hardest question.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got the tough questions out the way.
Yeah.
Who is FLORCY? FLORCY is a Haitian American. I am. Oh gosh. I was gonna say my age, and I'm now getting to a point where I think I want to stop telling people my age, but I think it's important because I really feel like I look younger than I really am, and my experiences are really a lot, and I don't want to deny that. So I am 36 years old. I'm new to the Boston area. I am a former entrepreneur, now senior project manager for Dell Technologies. I'm playing and having fun in the strategy operations world. I'm looking forward to reviving the sales side of me, and spirit within me.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I am a daughter and a sister and an aunt. So my mom came to the United States with me when she was pregnant. I was her hope baby, her dream baby. And I grew up in New York. I have 4 other siblings, 3 sisters and a brother. I'm the 4th in that line. I'm excited about life.
Yes.
I love to experience all that the world has to offer. Some would say, and this is where we get to what people think, I'm a little bougie, but I believe I can, because I'm Haitian, I can go from dirt roads, and I love traveling all the way to marble floors. But this desire to experience everything. So I like good food, I like wine, I want to come to the park, I want to run, I want to go to the museum. I'm very adventurous, but I do want to enjoy the best that the world has to offer, because I feel like we're now in a day where things are so very limited. So I am the girl that will eat soup with a fork, because that's how hungry I am about life.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Thank you. One of my best friends, he always says, well, she could be a little over the top, a little bougie. I'm like, but you come back for more. And you drink the champagne with the strawberry or the Bonsberry in the glass, and you enjoy it. So I said, yeah, you get to enjoy the feats of that. I think that they could say from a positive, I'll say that I'm loving, passionate, a perfectionist. I give it 110. From a negative side, that I am very sensitive. I take things very personal. I'm overcritical at times. I want things to be a certain way. I'm controlling because I believe that things should be perfect. Although I know perfect doesn't exist, but I want to create the best experience. And so I try to control everything that I have control over, because there's a lot that I don't. Yeah. So, but I think my friends that love me, they love me with all their heart. And the people that I work with, they're really happy with my work, because I'm very passionate, and you can respect passion. Ooh, there were a lot of stops in between. There was a lot of stops. Okay, so let's go with your most life-changing stops. Ooh, okay. All right. New York, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, DC, Nigeria, and Boston. Okay. So, Pittsburgh, I went to undergrad there. I left New York my first time leaving New York. That was an amazing experience. I was able to be exposed to different cultures. Being in New York, you're sometimes surrounded by your own culture, and it's crazy that I did not experience a lot of diversity. So I actually had the opportunity to go to a Catholic university, small university, and I got to see another side of the world, and that was really empowering for myself to understand, oh, the world is much bigger than New York City, although you think because New York City doesn't exist everywhere.
Yeah.
So I really needed to see that. I got my undergraduate degree there. I would later go to Philadelphia where I opened my business. I did not know what I was going to do when I moved to Philadelphia, but I would spend 8 years cutting my teeth in Philly.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was really well embraced for what I wanted to do there. I don't think I could have gone to any city in the world as a 26-year-old and opened our gallery.
Yeah.
In the gallery district, and have the success that I've had. And I think that Philadelphia, while it is a hard city, it's a city of brotherly love, it's a city of affection. I would later go to DC, where the DC Baltimore area, where I would go to grad school and get my MBA in design thinking degree. I think that it has opened the door. I thought that I was going to go work for a museum, and I quickly realized that the world got much bigger. And I ended up saying, you know what, I want to go to the technology world and bring the creativity there.
Yeah.
And then within my second year, I did a life-changing trip with one of my classmates, and I went home with her for Christmas holiday to Nigeria. And to be in Nigeria, to see, one, the advancement, the potential, and I had been doing a lot of business research around the potential and what the opportunities are set forth before them, and realizing, yeah, there's a lot of money here, and there are a lot of people that are doing really well, and if you know it, but to see it with your own eyes, and to see young black millionaires, engineers, offshoring that are doing oil business, it was just really inspiring. Everyone is making money, everyone is really doing well and experiencing that all that life has to offer, and it's just beyond money, but just the lifestyle and culture. And now here in Boston, with my first corporate job working with Dell, I was an AMC legacy hire, but I really believed that no matter what, I'd have a story to tell. And to sit here a year later through the integration of two companies, I have it. I've used it, but no, I don't think that I've made a huge impact. It has been a buzzword and people have been using it. I just recently became a Scrum Master, and one of my mentors, who doesn't know that he's my mentor, Brian, he said, when I was becoming a Scrum Master, he says, don't get caught up on the ceremonies, which is the meetings. Don't get caught up on the terminology. Bring the essence in. And the essence really for, being a Scrum is, people over process, deliver a working product, be collaborative, be customer focused, right? And so similarly for design thinking, it's being inclusive of all thoughts. Going through a process of being, brainstorming, narrowing down, then doing some prototyping, and then really focusing on defining what is the problem for your user. And that's what that really is. And as long as you can focus on the essence of what that means, I think that for me, I feel that I'm using my tool belt, right, for what its purpose. Instead of just using a hammer, just to hammer in one thing,
Yeah.
I can use the whole belt to make sure I get the nail into the wall or whatever, and not just focus on the tool itself. So tools and experiences, I think, are two different things, right? So running my gallery, running, all the jobs that I have has been experience. The experiences have been more ambiguous than the tools. So my tool was my MBA degree. Those were the locking keys to get into the doors. That is becoming a Scrum Master, right?
Yeah.
Those are the certifications. The tools, I had to be more intentional about them because some of these tools are costly.
Yeah.
And they were not without thought, although they did have some coincidental pathways to it, right?
Yeah.
And storyline to getting there. But I think that tools, because it's hardware and because it's something that is usually validated, it's something that is going to give you the credentials, it is something that is very intentional. It's something that I usually have to fight really hard for and really work for. Whereas the experiences, it's just being open to walking, right?
Yeah.
But walking through the door and doing the work, whereas the tool will open the door for you.
Okay. I like that.
Right? So both intentional, but more ambiguous because you don't know what you're going to get through the experience, but you know what you're going to get. As an MBA, I knew I was going to get a good job.
Yeah.
Right? As a Scrum Master, I know I'm going to gain a skill set to be able to say, you know, I can lead a team, an agile team. As a design thinker, I know I can be creative, have the ability to do something, right? The experience is saying it's the capacity and the willingness. The experience is the willingness, the tool is the capacity. Sorry, I had to break that down.
No, but I like it when you do that because it simplifies these abstract things into more things that I can actually relate to. So like next time I'm going to brush up on my resume, I'll be thinking about what's in my tool belt. And that's actually a better way to think about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go to Philly.
All right.
So I had one of the smaller stops on the way is I had moved to California with one of my ex-boyfriends, who was still my best friend. We've been friends for over 17 years. And he went to do a tour. We were living in California together. He went to go do a tour overseas, and I just didn't want to stay in California by myself. But coming from living in such a non-diverse city by this time, being California did not look like me.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to a city that did, and so my choices were, I had a lot of choices at the time, but it was New York, Boston, Philly, Miami, and Washington, D.C. I thought Boston was culturally not diverse enough. New York was way too expensive. Miami was too much of a party city. I was starting to get over it. Mind you, I was about 25 at the time, but I was starting to get over it. No, I was 26. I was starting to get over it. So my last two choices that I was left with was Washington, D.C. and Philly. And I felt like Philly was closer to home, which was New York. It had an international airport, so I settled in on Philly. Totally random. Didn't know what I was going to do. Had money saved up, and I was doing retail buying at the time, but didn't really have a career. I was just on the limb. This is a really cool story. This is a story that I tell people all the time. So, the word that I was looking for earlier was serendipitous.
Okay.
I'm a very true believer of God, and I feel like while I kind of sometimes say, I don't call it luck because I feel like it's serendipity or it's coincidental, but it is God responding to my dreams and aspirations and placing those opportunities, right, in front of me, and then it is for me to work at it, walk through the door, open the door, go for it. So, my sister invited me, right, to go to Panama with her. She's a very devout Christian, and she wanted to go to Panama. She was going to go visit the Black Christ, and he's a saint in Panama. And she believes that this saint, if you pray to him, he will tell you how to, whatever you want, he'll help you get it. And at this time, I felt like I was really good at a lot of different things, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. So we talk about self-identifying and figuring it out. Once I figured out I didn't have to do it all at once, and whatever I picked wasn't forever, I'd be fine. So I said, you know, help me find what I wanted to do. And so I think he planted the seed then. During this trip, this is the only logical story that I have, and so I believe, and this is the story that I retell. So a day later, 2 days later, we go to this arts bazaar, and this woman is selling art, and it's Haitian paintings rolled up. And so my sister buys 2 paintings, she buys me one, I buy myself one. It's rolled up, it's beautiful Haitian art, and it's not that expensive. And I was just like, oh, okay, great. So I get home. This was probably like March, April. Get home, get my pieces framed, hang them up. I'm in Philadelphia at this time. Don't think nothing of it. And one day, clear as day, it could have been light bulbs, fireworks, chichangas, everything you can imagine was like, FLORCY, you should open an art gallery.
Whoa.
It was clear as day. And so this was probably in July.
Wow.
Didn't think about it. And one day I was just like, I want to open an art gallery. This is in July. I go to my mom's house in New York, and I'm talking to my brother, my mom and my brother, and it's like maybe first week of August. Guys, I want to open an art gallery. And they're like, FLORCY, you travel too much. You're not serious. My mom used to be a business owner. business is hard, it's not easy, I don't think you should do it, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yep, I'm doing this. So for my birthday, my boyfriend at the time, who was my best friend, we went to Jamaica. I started buying art. And this was like the end of my birthday, September 1st, so the last week of August, I'm buying art. I was a amateur golfer at the time. And so I get back, I get the art. So second week, I'm committed to this. I went golfing and I said, all right, I need to think of a name. I came up with my name that day. I had been thinking about my name for a couple of weeks, but I came up with that name. I'm so happy. I was like, let me go walk around and see if I can find a space. So I go and I try to find a space. So mind you, I incorporated the business September 17th. Got my full paperwork because I had the name now, so I didn't get the incorporation. So second week of September, I'm walking around and I'm standing outside of this place. I'm like, oh, I'd love to see if I can rent the space for a gallery. And mind you, I just went golfing, so I had my flip-flops on now, and I had my sea sucker shorts on, my polo shirt, white hat, you know, sunglasses, looking the part, of course. The part. And the guy said, are you standing there with the white hat on, looking up? I was like, yeah. He's like, turn around. So I turn around and it's him and this woman, and they're waving at me. So I walk over, I tell them, you know, because I had called them. I said, I'm interested in renting a gallery. And they said, oh, that space is taken. And then the woman chimes in, she says, I'm a real estate agent. There's another space around the corner that I think would be perfect for you. And I said, I saw that space, I don't like it. She says, let's go look at it again. So we go, schedule appointment, next day we go actually look at it. Again, the same firecrackers, light bulbs, chachungas, everything is going off. The space was a different space. It was the perfect space. It was my space. I signed the lease for the place in October. I did not have any art still. I go to Haiti middle of October, buy art, bring it back. I'm ordering stuff from Jamaica, from Africa, some carvings. I grand opened November 17th. I had a soft open November 1st and grand opened November 17th.
That's really quick. Wow.
And so I don't talk about the people that came in between to help me. And I just shared what I was doing. So I found someone that could help me do the design work, help someone find me the logo, the website, incorporate the business, market the event. And I would go on to have a successful 8-year business of influencing cultural art from all over the world, telling the story of people and cultures through art, dispelling all the negative connotations that you thought, and really saying that there is power in art, and using art as the medium to have conversations around politics, do fundraisers, have discussions, sell art, create opportunity, economic opportunities. Art was my world. Although I honestly felt like I could have sold any widget, art was a widget that I needed to sell to bring me and bring everything full circle.
That's crazy. Do you want to introduce him?
Okay, so first is a good friend, my fraternity brother, peer mentor, my Haitian brother, and beyond what he is to me, to the community, he's a photographer, he's an IT professional, uncle, a son, he's a professional community advocate and leader, and he's so dope. So let me tell the story. So Coach and I have known each other since undergraduate, 2003. He was pledging a fraternity, Omega Psi Phi, which is my sister brother fraternity, Delta Sigma Theta sorority. I was his big sister, and I almost got him in a lot of trouble out of love, right? Because I wanted to take care of him, and I almost tried to kidnap him so that I can give him all he wanted. I could feed him with food and drinks and take care of him, but he got in a lot of trouble. He was so smart, he didn't get in my car. That was when our friendship started, and we've been like this ever since. He would later come to Philadelphia. He's still in Pittsburgh. He was doing the IT thing at the time. I had my art gallery, and I was a member of the Haitian Professionals of Philadelphia, and my leadership was being tapped to lead the organization, and I tapped her to come help me with this. Him and I at one point was president and VP running an organization for about 2 years and having great impact in the community. He was my left-hand man. he says I was the brain, I was the heart, but he was the brain. He would really power and drive everything that we would say that we were trying to do and get it done. When you talk about Renaissance people, Renaissance men, this is it.
Thank you. That's an awesome introduction. She has one of the strongest personalities I've met, which is great because for me, I'm drawn to people of strong personality, strong will, because it only drives me to be better. Not too many people are willing to tell her when she was wrong, or debate the facts, or debate the issues. Sometimes we didn't necessarily see the end path. We were always willing to listen to each other. She's shown so much drive through managing her art gallery, which is not an easy task in itself, and the different community activism she does, being an ambassador for women, ambassador for arts, bringing great people together, be able to show that we are not divided, we are united. The Haitian flag has the saying, Union c'est la force, which is their strength in unity. I think she's one of those people that embodies that almost to a fault, because it's one of those, if you're not with the cause, you're against the cause. If you're not against the cause, you're a problem. But the thing is, it's not never in a malice way, right? It's because the cause is usually to better the community. Her leaving the city was bittersweet. She didn't realize within a short period of time how much of a staple she was. Her last event, she had Lorena Bell, the mayor's wife, Congresswoman, the who's who of Philadelphia and Pennsylvania came to her closing ceremony.
7 years, 7 days of events.
To really highlight how much of an impact she had on people. To the point where all of these dignitaries were crying as they were giving speeches to thank her for her contribution.
Why are you embarrassing me?
So that says how much of a hard worker she is. That shows her level of commitment. She may be strong-minded and she may be very, very opinionated. She may be very stubborn, but it's always in a selfless place.
Alright, that is the end of the video portion of the interview. If you want to read the rest of the interview, definitely go to the link in the description box below. It is at ajrestlessfeet.wordpress.com, and you can enjoy more FLORCY and Purge.
We're talkers, so you let us talk, we'll keep going.